begging to be touched. Like one of my mother's long, silky Saturday night wigs.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 modern sitcoms you should be watching.
That is incredible, Miss Howard. Can't wait to get on that level.
For this list, we're looking at the best situational comedies that premiered within the last decade that you should definitely check out if you don't want to experience FOMO. As much as we love New Girl, it hit our screens back in 2011, so you won't be seeing it on this list. Did your favorite contemporary TV comedy make the list? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Grace and Frankie. This quirky Netflix show stars some classic actors and actresses like Jane Fonda, Lily Tomlin, Sam Waterston, and Martin Sheen.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, honestly, it never occurred to me.
They've all had their fair share of screen time throughout their decades-long careers, but nothing they've done in the past has a premise like this one.
Oh, it's not what you think. It's a he.
Excuse me?
And it's Saul. I'm in love with Saul.
The titular Grace and Frankie discover their husbands are more than just business partners, and they find themselves as odd couple roommates despite the fact that they couldn't be more different.
You're out of your mind.
You're good at this.
This series is not only hilarious, but it shows us the power of friendship and resilience, and also that, hey, spending our golden years with our best friends is totally an option. Number 9. The Good Place. Who would have thought that an idea that centers around the idea of death could be not only funny, but also uplifting and wholesome?
Your true soulmate is here too. That's right, soulmates are real.
Michael Schur did. This is pretty unsurprising given that he's the creator responsible for tons of your favorite sitcoms, including The Office, Parks and Recreation, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. When ne'er-do-well Eleanor finds herself in the afterlife, she meets some of the most interesting people in one of the most captivating settings on any modern show.
What the fork? Who are you? I'm Janet. I'm the informational assistant here in The Good Place.
Twist after twist keep us hooked, and discussions of morality, mortality, and the meaning of life reveal some real insightfulness about what it means to be a human. Here's a show that manages to be an absolute delight from start to finish.
I'm ready.
Number 8. How I Met Your Father. This How I Met Your Mother spinoff starring Hilary Duff has given us the early aughts fix we've been looking for.
We live in confusing times where it's really hard to meet someone and connect and have it feel easy.
With the same general format as its predecessor, we love the modern take the creators have chosen to go with. Sophie navigates things like Tinder, struggling as an artist, and finding love, all while being supported by her hilariously endearing friends.
You're completely insane. I am very into it.
We can't help but feel like we're watching a mashup of our favorite sitcom and our favorite reality show, and we can't get enough. This show is still in its early stages, and we've already seen a plethora of storylines and character growth happen before our eyes, so we can't wait to see what happens next.
I wanted to say, you rear-ended me, so how about I rear-end you? But I didn't.
Number 7. One Day at a Time. This series may be a reboot of a sitcom from the 70s, but it's anything but old-fashioned.
Oh, yeah, she's good.
Oh, my money's on her.
In this version, we meet Penelope, her kids Elena and Alex, and her mother Lydia as they deal with topics like mental illness, sexuality, gender identity, and what it means to be Cuban American.
And it's so nice to finally have a young Latina around who speaks Spanish.
I speak Spanish.
I'm young.
They tackle all of these with a humor and relatability that is perfect for a TV show in today's world. This Netflix original was saved from cancellation by Pop, and we could not be happier that the team got the chance to wrap things up perfectly on their own terms.
Berto wanted his final resting place to be at home, and I realized that wherever we are is home.
Number 6. Blackish. Starring Anthony Anderson and Tracee Ellis Ross as Dre and Rainbow Johnson, this sitcom is not only full of laughs, it also tackles issues like social injustice, racism, and marital hardships.
Screwing things up is just another part of what it means to be a father, Dre. It's how you learn to fix things.
The Andersons are an upper-class family living in suburbia, and they manage to dish out equal parts happy and sad tears throughout the series. While it shows the harsh truths of being Black in America, it also shows the lighthearted moments that come along with raising kids and navigating married life.
A Saudi prince I met on Instagram wants to pay me to model.
It even spawned 2 spin-offs, Grownish and Mixedish, both of which are as enjoyable as their source material. And we think everyone should tune into the Ish universe.
Sorry I'm late. There was a little snowflake on the elevator, so I had to take the stairs.
Number 5. Home economics. Accurately depicting the lives of people who are all in different places financially and relationship-wise is not an easy task, but this show pulls it off.
You know, falling to the bottom of the 1% of the 1% has really made me rethink my spending habits. And now look at the price before I buy things.
In home economics, we're introduced to 3 siblings, each of them representing the upper, middle, and lower class.
It's just rich people thinking they could take 2 parking spots like they own the world.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're cutting coupons just to get by.
Yeah.
Their family is definitely a modern one, as all of them are struggling in their own ways, which helps the audience connect to these relatable and realistic characters, regardless of their social status.
I'm not gonna leave and let you continue to lie to this woman in my yogurt mansion.
Through the ups and downs of life, it is clear that these siblings are there for one another, which of course is always the recipe to a great family sitcom.
How can I not be jealous? You guys are all BFFs with your work jokes and your Spanish and your perfectly symmetrical faces.
Number 4, Superstore. Any viewer that's worked in retail can surely relate to the plot of this show.
We love this kind of passion and integrity that adds to all the colors of the cloud.
Great, but you're not actually saying anything.
That's because I'm truly listening.
Set in the fictional big box store Cloud 9, we meet quite the cast of characters. Store manager Glenn runs a relatively loose ship. Meanwhile, assistant store manager Dina more than makes up for it.
No dependents. Me neither, unless you count my birds.
The store centers mostly around Amy and Jonah, who work as hard at their jobs as they do suppressing their obvious feelings for one another. Between the coworker romances, hilarious cutaways with random shoppers, and powerful scenes like a tornado ripping through the store, there isn't much more we could ask for. If you're looking to belly laugh in the middle of feeling all the feels, this is the one for you.
What is Employee Appreciation Day?
It's symbolic.
I think it's a holiday in Canada.
Number 3, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Mike Schur just has this knack for taking workplaces that should be rather solemn and turning them into gold mines for comedy. Case in point, this lovable police procedural.
Slam! That was a slam!
Andy Samberg's Jake Peralta may be the star of this show, but every member of the precinct brings a lot to the table. From Amy's towers of binders to Gina's hysterical delivery at every turn to Holt being one of the best characters created ever, there is no shortage of interesting personalities to fall in love with.
Bing pot!
The plots are clever, funny, and at times meaningfully grounded. And we cannot forget about the Halloween heists, which are nothing short of iconic.
What? No. What? No. What? No.
Plus, the cold opens are unforgettable. We love this show as much as Terry loves yogurt. Number 2, Schitt's Creek. This Canadian sitcom is a who's who of Canadian acting royalty. The Rose family loses their fortune and moves to Schitt's Creek, the only asset they have left. And their big personalities are hard to squeeze into the small town.
Okay, I don't know how to fold broken cheese like that.
And I don't know how to be any clearer. You take that thing that's in your hand, and you...
If you say fold in one more time.
While David's facial expressions and Moira's sayings never fail to make us laugh, the emotional moments on the show are the ones that stick with us after the credits roll.
It's called Schitt's Creek. And it's where we live.
Schitt's Creek is ahead of its time in its depiction of queer characters, with the narrative leading with acceptance rather than mere tolerance. If you still need convincing, this series won all 7 major comedy categories at the 2020 Primetime Emmys.
Always nice to be nominated, Jocelyn, but I'm not putting too much stock in regional hospitality awards.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Not Dead Yet. Recently single and deeply haunted journalist Nell keeps us in stitches.
I think I was so focused on what she wanted, I didn't really take the time to consider what I wanted. What is this?
I thought you should know that you don't have to hide who you are around me.
There are no rat archers in Star Rim.
Children ruin everything. This comedy is hilariously real in its depiction of navigating parenthood.
Mom, we're not really giving up.
You were supposed to bring a side dish. You brought mayonnaise, and your fly's undone.
Last Man on Earth. Will Forte's post-apocalyptic masterpiece was hilarious and cut short way too soon.
Are you nice?
What?
Are you a nice person?
Oh, yes! Yes! I'm really nice! I'm very, very, very nice! I'm so nice, seriously. I promise you.
Mom. Christy and Bonnie's mother-daughter relationship is the epitome of chaotic fun.
Well, for your information, I would give you any organ of mine.
After what you put them through. You'd be better off taking a kidney from Gus.
Workin' Moms, an endearing and hilariously real look at what moms go through to make it in today's world.
You got quite a legacy around here.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I can't tell you how strange it is to get pregnant right at the top of my game.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Abbott Elementary. This newly debuted sitcom has already made waves through its whimsical and relatable depiction of life in public schools in today's world.
Look, I know this school is rough, but I became a teacher to make sure students come out alive.
Taking place at an underfunded elementary school in Philadelphia, we see the teachers use humor, meaningful connection, and resourcefulness to help their students succeed. Quinta Brunson is the mastermind behind this series, taking on the roles of both creator and protagonist. At the 2022 Emmys, she made a name for herself as the first Black female 3-time nominee in the comedy category, and also won the Emmy for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series.
Oh, do you hear that? Optimism wins again!
While Abbott Elementary may be extra entertaining to educators, everyone has either gone to school, has kids in school, or knows teachers like the ones in the show. So it's got something for everyone.
See that? I'm like a tall Simone Biles.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.